everyone. I'm Sandie La Nae. Welcome to Psychic Creations. We have an exciting show for you today. So thank you for joining in. I have my cheat sheets because, as you know, I can't memorize anything. Now, as you know, Psychic Creations has been an Access TV show for quite some time now. And I want to thank my producer, Michael J. Smith, for giving me the opportunity to have my own TV show. Since then, I have met wonderful station managers and staff. I've learned how to operate the equipment, and I've had the chance to work with other Access TV show hosts and public TV celebrities, such as my scary special guest this show, Zombo. Zombo. Zombo.
Oh, is it Halloween yet? Is it President's Day? Oh, it doesn't matter. They're very similar.
I have to agree with you on that. Zombo, thank you for letting Psychic Creations come to your dungeon for this awesome show with you.
Ooh, well, thank you very much. It's not very scary tonight.
Oh, well, I think it is. Well, now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have our viewers get up and close and personal with Zombo.
Ooh. Sounds very scary.
Yeah,
That's scary.
Now, what scared you so much that you got into TV?
Well, when I was a little zombie, a friend of mine got a movie camera, and we started making little 8mm monster movies. And that's what originally got me interested into the genre and into TV and film.
Oh, wow, that was scary.
It was very scary.
Very scary. And had your presence frightened other stations besides this here?
Yes, we've been syndicated in a couple of other areas, and you know, this show has been very successful. We've been on for 15 years, and you know, we hope to do it another 15 years.
Well, I hope so too, because I stay up every Saturday night to watch.
Oh, so you're the one that's watching.
Exactly. Now, can you tell our viewers what the title of your terrifying show is?
Oh, the name of the show is Zombo's House of Horror Movies. And we're on for about, just short of 2 hours on Sunday mornings now. We are on at 2 a.m. on Sunday morning on KOLO in Reno on Channel 8. We used to be on at 11:30 after the news, but because our show is not closed captioned, the FCC said that if you're not closed captioned, you have to run at 2 a.m. in the morning to 6 a.m. in the morning. So right now, that's where we are until we can find a sponsor to get closed captioned.
Okay, well, you just have to stay up a little bit longer.
This is true, or TiVo it.
Is this past your bedtime, though, too?
Oh, no, I'm up all night.
Well, that's a good thing. Now, what kind of horrifying shows do you air?
We air the scariest movies ever made. Every week it's the scariest movie ever made.
Yes.
And they're public domain movies, which means that they are not copyrighted or the copyright is expired.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And do you make your startling guest appearances on each show?
Oh yeah, I show up and do a couple of skits in the beginning of the show, and then I pop into the movie about 30 times a show, and hopefully most of the times I pop in, the jokes are funny.
Well, I have to vouch for that. They are very funny, very funny, very funny. Now, have you met any of the characters in any of the movies that you've shown?
I did a show a couple of times with Elvira, and very nice lady. We did a couple shows in San Francisco, and that's pretty much it. I mean, a lot of the movies I run are public domain, and they were done in the 30s and 40s, so most everybody's dead, just like me.
Well, I guess so. And you look pretty darn good for being dead.
Well, there's nothing wrong with your eyes.
Not much. All right, well, I'm sure that our viewers are very curious to find out about your lovely but frightening sidekicks or Zombo kicks.
Yeah, you know, we have Officer Not So Friendly, who is the hand at the door with the nightstick. We have Werewolfie, who is the furry hand at the door. We have the rack girl that we usually put on the rack here, and she screams before the first commercial break, wearing something very scantily clad. We call her the rack girl because she's on the rack, and she has a nice rack. And that's what we have. Oh, and then we have Miss Transylvania, the lovely one and only Miss Transylvania.
Well, that's an awesome crew you have, and they're all dead, I'm thinking too.
This is true.
This is true, okay. Well, good, that's good to know. All right, now have you lived your hair-raising life in Reno? Or your death in Reno, I should say?
No, actually, I've been here for 20 years, and
Oh, wow.
before here, I served in the first Gulf War. I grew up in New York, and I watched Scaaary, John Scaaary, who was the second horror host on television when I grew up. The first one was Vampira, who was in Plan 9 from Outer Space, and she was on in LA. Scaaary did it on the East Coast, and then everybody did it in the late 50s and early 60s because it was a cheap thing to do, because every movie was public domain and you didn't have a big budget for the show. All you had to do was put together a lovely castle like this and get some bad, cheap movies, and you had a show.
Well, I love your show. I've been watching it for years. Okay, now, I'm very curious, and I'm sure that our viewers are too, to learn about your eerie life before TV, like as baby Zombo, baby Zomboo, teenage Zomboo, college-bound Zomboo.
Well, I went to film school.
Oh,
And when I graduated from film school, I started my career in the aerospace business in Phoenix. I had a secret clearance. I was a suit, and
wow.
I did all the film and television for a defense contractor there. I moved on to Dallas and did that there, and then went to Saudi Arabia in the first Gulf War. Got shot at and decided that I needed to do something that more suited my ability, which was class clown growing up. And so I decided to go into broadcast television, and I started out doing commercials for the New York Times Company. And I ended up in Reno about 20 years ago as the creative services manager here, and been here for 20 years.
What a nice life, or an interesting life,
Yeah.
and an interesting death now too.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I've been very fortunate because I've had opportunities to do a lot of things that I wanted to do, and always worked in the field, and that's over 40 years in this business. And that's kind of tough to do, to roll with the punches and do the changes, but you know, for those of you that are interested in going into the television business, if you're a good writer, and you know, if you're serious about it and don't have an attitude, you can do very well. Some people have attitudes very well too, but they're usually the ones where their father owns a station or their uncle is, you know, head of the FCC or something. But you know, it's something that I've been very lucky that I've been able to work in the business pretty continuously for 40 years.
Well, you lived your dream.
Yeah, I did.
Good for you. And that's very good advice to give to viewers that are interested in television
This
or
is true,
media.
because I'm going to need a replacement soon. I'm an old guy, you know.
How old are you, about 200 now?
Got 415.
Oh, I was way off.
So-
Well, thank you for that.
Well, it's that, you know, Sicilian skin. You
Well,
know.
sure.
Doesn't show the wrinkles that
You
much.
look awesome. Now, is there a petrifying Mrs. Zomboo, or Zomboo lads, or Zomboettes?
No, just me.
You?
Yeah, just me.
Well, cool.
So.
Well, that's okay. Now, you are a chilling feature at Reno festivities. Can you tell us where other events that you've scared people at around town, or?
Well, we do the annual Halloween costume contest at Diamonds Casino on Halloween night. I do a lot of things for charities. One of the things we did when we started doing this show was to do things for charities. I will be the first to admit that I'm very lucky to have my health and to be able to do what I do, and I know there's a lot of people that aren't as fortunate, and a lot of people need a little bit of humor and levity in their lives. And I decided that when we started doing the show that I would do as many personal appearances as I could for charities. And we do stuff for MS, we do stuff for Care Chest, we've done stuff for the Heart Fund, we've done stuff for juvenile diabetes, we've done stuff for a lot of charities in town. And it's something that it just makes you feel good giving back to the community. And I just love doing that because everybody wants their picture taken with the freak. And, I just get in there and let's take a picture and bring your camera, and it means so much to a lot of people. That's what I like to do, is make people smile, make people laugh, and, try to get everybody through each day with a smile and a little bit of humor.
And you do a good job.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Now, how can people hire you out for their happenings?
All they have to do is go to the website, which is www.zomboo.com, or they can go to our Facebook page, which is Zombo's House of Horror Movies, and contact us through there. Or they can call the station, that's our home station, which is KOLO Channel 8 in Reno. And just ask for Zombo, and they'll get through to me one way or the other.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, great. Now, do you hire out just for Reno, or can you creep out other towns and cities?
Well, I like people, so I go anywhere pretty much.
Okay.
If we could, make the proper arrangements. Mm-hmm. It's something that, Reno doesn't have a monopoly on zombies and vampires and scary movies, and it's something that, we can go pretty much anywhere.
Well, cool. I'm going to have him as my partner one of these days.
Ooh, that's very scary.
That's scary. Yes, I agree. That's scary. Now, outside of being the perfect, terrifying TV host here, what other television events have you hosted and left everyone petrified in your wake? Weren't you on an Emmy show or?
Oh yeah, I helped present the Emmys in San Francisco years ago, and it was funny because they said I stole the show. I came out and we had a great band with a great band director. It was just like Saturday Night Live, and he just kept playing off of me, and whenever they had other presenters out, he just kept asking the host, when's Zombo coming back? We need him back here. And it was funny because I messed it up a little bit, but it was something that, a lot of people laughed at and thought was funny, and, it went over very well.
Good. So. Oh, how fun was that?
I mess a lot of things up, but, if you watch the show, Miss Transylvania's always hitting me over there with a hammer. I'm always getting arrested by Officer Not So Friendly, and, the rat girl's always beating me up or something. It's like, I just can't seem to get it right.
Well, that's all right. You do a good job.
Thank you.
All right. Now, let me see. How can your fans get a wonderfully creepy autograph photo of you?
Well, we do have a buy stuff page on the website, and we do sell DVDs of the shows, Zombo t-shirts, Zombo coffee mugs, and autographed pictures. And basically, where all that money goes to is to pay for the website and, expenses like that, the makeup, stuff for the show. We don't make any money on the show. It's something that everybody thinks that people in TV are wealthy and making a lot of money, and especially, if you have something that's been on as long as I have. But no, you're lucky to break even when all is said and done. Mm-hmm. And, it's just a fun thing to do. I never knew I wanted to do it until I had the opportunity. And, that's how it is.
And you've been here for 15 years?
Yeah, we've done 15 years worth of shows. We've done over 170 shows.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that fun? I just love this. All right. Now, once again, can you give our viewers your frightening contact information?
Well, you can go to our website, which is www.zomboo.com. You can go to our Facebook page, which is Zombo's House of Horror Movies. And that's probably the best way to get in touch with me. I do answer as many emails as I can. That means all the nice ones. If somebody, says something bad, like, you're the worst guy and you're not funny. Well, I just let me see, how do I answer that? Oh, gee, I hit the erase button by accident. Well, I just can't answer that guy. So, his loss.
Good for you,
But,
that's right.
That's right. But, that's what we try to do. And I'm just amazed at how many people know who the character is. A lot of people have said, and they had a study once for the ratings, where Zombo is the most recognized personality on television in Reno, and it's something that it comes a lot of responsibility comes with that, because you have to be a good guy and you have to take a picture with everybody, and you go out and you can make a lot of people happy, and if you live a life in public like that, you have to be responsible, and we try to be.
Sure. Well, do you have any other media or death advice for our viewers today?
No, just be yourself, and I believe that good karma begets good karma. I try to laugh 10, 12 times a day, and I think that's what keeps me going. And I guess the only other advice is that if you have a chance to do something, like I did with this project, don't sit there and procrastinate, because the opportunity may not present itself again. And when you're sitting in the old folks' home at, it used to be 65, but now everybody has to work longer. It's something that it's so much better to say, well, I did this, and here's a photograph or something, rather than, well, I woulda, shoulda, coulda, because nobody's going to want to speak to woulda, shoulda, coulda, because everybody woulda, shoulda, coulda. I could have been president if I wanted to, and I got all the breaks. Not that I wanted to be, but it's something that go out there and live life and do the best you can, be a good person, and when set goals, and it'll come to you. It really does. It just amazes me that. What opportunities have presented themselves, when you basically open yourself up to the universe, and everything just is pretty good that happens to you. Never been in trouble or anything, and that's because I'm too busy. If I'm not doing this, I'm busy writing commercials or busy with the roller derby or something else, and just go out and live life and do it.
Good advice. Very good advice. I like that.
Life is not very scary if you do it right.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you, Zomboo, for being the most scariest guest on my show. It's been a terrifying experience, and one that I'll never forget.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Zomboo. You go back to sleep now.
Okay.
Because I'm going to finish my show, okay?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Good night now.
Good night.
Now, if you would like to have a psychic stone reading from me, please look to my website, which is www.sandiepsychicstones.com. And if you would like to be a guest on my Psychic Creation show, please know that the content is about metaphysical and spiritual and paranormal and very scary subjects. Yeah, you can contact me at admin@sandiespsychicstones.com. Thank you so much for watching Psychic Creations, and we'll see you next show.
Coming up this week on Zombo's House of Horror Movies.
Legendary strongman Goliath takes on an army of vampires.
Get up! Don't think you're getting out of this movie that easy.
Watch The Vampires.
Extraterrestrial highway. What kind of highway is that? Hello, everybody. It's your old pal Zombo, and I'm in Rachel, Nevada, looking for UFOs and aliens.
Do you like scary movies? Well, do you? Because strange images are in the air tonight. I've sent Quasi deep into the vault to pull out some of the scariest movies ever made. So turn out the lights. Get close to someone you care for. Because it's time for Zombo's House of Horror Movies.
Nice guy. Hey! You remember me? Oh, why, you're Officer Not So Friendly! That's right, Goldilocks. Can't you read the sign over there? Oh, it says no loitering. Correctamundo. So what do you think you're doing? Holding up the building? Oh, why, as a matter of fact... No, come on, let's get moving here, Gonzo. But... No buts, you... come on, let's move it. Mustard, the angry mob is almost here. Come on, Quasi, we gotta get out of here. Too late, Mustard, they're already here. Ooh, I wonder who's at the door. Hey, Zombo, remember us? Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't remember you guys. Well, maybe this'll jog your memory. Oh, why, you're the angry mob. That's right, and we're sick and tired of watching your bad movies every week. Help me, Quasi. Here, Master, give it this. Here you go, take this movie. Why, is this movie any good? Oh, why, this is the best movie ever made. Great. Come on, boys. Let's go watch a good movie for a change.
Fluorite, also known as fluorspar, is a mineral composed of calcium fluoride. It is an isometric mineral with a cubic habit. Crystal twining is common and adds complexity to the observed crystal habits. Fluorite can occur in a vein deposit, especially with metallic minerals. It is a common mineral in deposits of hydrothermal origin and has been noted as a primary mineral in granites and other igneous rocks and the common minor constitute of dolostone and limestone. Fluorite gives its name to the property of fluorescence, as many specimens fluoresce strongly in ultraviolet light. The fluorescence may be due to impurities such as yttrium or organic matter in the crystal lattice. Fluorite's fluorescent color is largely dependent on where the original specimen was located. Blue is the most common color, but red, purple, yellow, green, brown, black, and clear also occur. Fluorite also exhibits the property of thermoluminescence. Fluorite can be found in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, England, Norway, Mexico, and Ontario, Canada. Also in Missouri, Oklahoma, Illinois, Kentucky, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Ohio, New Hampshire, and New York in the United States. The metaphysical properties of fluorite are: they are powerful mental healers. They are labeled as the genius stone. Fluorite allows increased abilities of concentration, and they influence the activities that occur on the mental plane of consciousness. Fluorite amplifies, focuses, expands, and creates new pathways for the mind. It also connects a person's being on the mental and spiritual plane. Fluorite brings forth discernment of truth and clear decision-making. It eases meditation. It is a sleep aid as well as bringing forth prophetic dreams. Chakra healers associate fluorite primarily with the third, or the brow chakra. Fluorite frees one from bad habits. Blue fluorite brings forth inner peace. Purple focuses and helps one out of a mental rut, and is also a powerful regenerator. It is used to treat arthritis and protects one from infection by purification of the body by eliminating almost any virus or bacteria. It balances the hormones, and it is believed to bring forth healthy bones and teeth. Yellow fluorite is for comprehension and group communications and dynamics. The clear fluorite creates pathways between the individual and universal spirit. Green fluorite is an auric cleanser and can still the heart and mind. Those specializing in healing pets recommend fluorite for the teeth, ears, nose, and throat, and also for aid in digestion, respiratory, lymph nodes, and for bones and sleep, and for anxiousness. Fluorite in today's uses are for ornamental carvings, and it is used as a flux in a manufacture of steel, in the making of opalescent glass, enamels for cooking utensils, and for hydrofluoric acid. And some use fluorite in high-performance telescopes and camera lenses. Fluorite is associated with February as its birthstone. To find further information on stones, my book, Sandie Psychic Stones, 50 Stones for Divination, Spiritual Awareness, and Healing, offers all sorts of information and anecdotes. You can find this book on my website, which is www.sandiepsychicstones.com.